Welcome back to BSTT. It's Ben here, and today I'm talking about why the Knicks will trade Julius Randle tonight. So let's get right into the video. So Julius Randle, after having an incredible season last year where he brought my Knicks to the 4th seed, where they unfortunately lost to the Hawks in 5 games, and he was All-NBA, he went from that to averaging respectable numbers with 20.1 points per game, 9.9 rebounds per game, and 5.1 assists per game. But he had all this hype surrounding him, and to say the least, the hype overtook him. But as a Knicks fan, I regret. How do I say this without sounding like a fraud? I I didn't like him the first season here, and I never liked him. I like I cheered for him and rooted for him when he was playing really good that year, but I still wasn't the biggest fan of him because I remember the season before when he looked washed, and when this all happened this year and a bunch of Knicks fans were shocked, I wasn't because I knew this was going to happen. But still saying the least, we signed him to a big contract. I think he has like 3 or 4 more years after this one, and he's getting north of 30 million. I'm pretty sure. Do you really want to pay someone 30 million for that? Not me. I'd rather there are a bunch of players I'd rather pay 30 million. Or I'd rather split it between two solid role players and do or solid fringe starters and do 15 mil each. But these are some of the things I've seen that I think we could trade him for. The first thing is the NBA drafts today, so also, if the Knicks want to get something good, we're going to have to package something with him. So how about the 11th pick in the draft? And also, with that, I've seen a lot of people try to trade Emmanuel Quickly, who averaged 11.3 points per game, 3.5 assists, and 3.2 rebounds. And my reaction to this is no. Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson, the three of them, and basically Obi, they're the future of this team. You're not going to get rid of the future, and if you are, you're going to trade Obi Toppin because you could get a little more value for him because he was the 7th pick. Not going to trade IQ, who saw flashes by the end of the year. Like, I remember he dropped like 35 in the last game, and he looked incredible. He's a great player. You're not going to trade him to anything. But speaking of that, let's say you trade Julius Randle, the 11th pick in the draft, Quentin Grimes, and who else do we have that we could throw? I'm not really thinking about salary right now because that's not going to work. Actually, we're going to need to throw with Grimes also. Or no Grimes. I think we do a package of Randle, the 11th pick in the draft, Grimes, and Evan Fournier. And we get Sacramento's 4th pick, and we retain salary on both of them, on Randle and on Fournier. Or we make it a 3-team so we can make it work. Because being honest, we want Jaden Ivey. He averaged 17.3, 4.9, and 3.1 for Purdue, and he looked incredible all season last year. Ivy is the future. We need someone like him. The way I see it, RJ, although I think he's going to be an all-star next year and for the foreseeable future, he can't win alone. He's an amazing number 2, but number 1, he's not that good. But take a guy like Ivy, you make it a 1A and a 1B thing with the two of them, and then you also have Robinson and IQ, then I think you have the perfect team. And then in the offseason, you bring in someone like a Seth Curry, and you bring in... Who else would you bring in? And you could bring like a Nick Batum for veteran presence, and they might help your team out a lot. Also, I saw things for Miles Turner, but if I'm being honest, we can't. How do I say this? Miles Turner has been really overhyped, and people are acting like he's a top 5 center, and that's what they're trying to get him. Miles Turner is just a better version of Mitchell Robinson. That's all he is. We have Mitchell Robinson already. We don't need Miles Turner. I get that he's less injury prone, but that doesn't really matter when you already have the pieces. And the way I see it, this trade goes through. We get another piece. As much as I love Kemba Walker, we dump him this off season, and then we take the team we have now and we use it, and we make the playoffs in the foreseeable future. And also, I saw people talking about Kyrie Irving and us trading for him. I don't want Kyrie. Kyrie's an idiot at this point. You've seen him before. You've seen it for years, and he's a locker room cancer. He tore down Boston and he tore down Brooklyn. You don't want him tearing down us. But yeah, that's my take. So please like, subscribe, and have a nice day. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.